Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to a special edition of our migraine strategy call. We normally are with you just on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we have a special guest with us today. Heather has joined us to share her story. So we are jumping on live on a Friday. So please say hello. Let me know that you are watching. Let me know where you are watching from. I'm just double checking my phone and making sure that we're all good to go on Facebook so I can watch your comments. Jessica, hello. Perfect. Now I know that it is working since someone's on. So give me a hello. Let me know where we're watching from. And let's get started. So Heather, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
So just so everyone knows who Heather is a graduate. Heather, how long ago did you graduate? A couple months? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the end of December, beginning of January, something like that.
Okay. So Heather's been graduated for a couple months. She's married, has 3 kids and 2 fur babies, who she just locked in the other room so we could get through the call today. Though mine is back here, so be ready for him to bark during the middle. Heather is a dental hygienist who works from home for a dental insurance company. She loves to power walking on the beach, yoga, and stand-up paddle boarding. Man, that is one thing I really want to try. I haven't tried it yet. Of course, I live in New York. You live somewhere much nicer to be able to do that more often. But Heather started out with 11 days a month with migraines and now is down to 1 to 2 days a month. That is wonderful. So you're here to share your story with us today. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Amazing. So we were just talking that you've had migraines for 13 years and you found the Women's Migraine Freedom Group searching for, what everyone else was doing to see if it would work for you to find your answers. What were you hoping to gain as you were searching around for another group to be in?
I was hoping to gain my life back, honestly, to have a better quality of life, to just enjoy, my family, my friends without thinking about getting a migraine, suffering days on end, just being in a miserable existence, honestly. And I was willing to try just about everything. And I feel like I did try majority of it. And was just blessed to come across your page and just wanted more information because I needed help.
Yeah. So you said you tried so many things. How many times do you think that you tried these things that you thought were going to be the answer? Like, this is it. This time it's the thing. How many times do you think that happened to you?
Too many to count. I mean, I can tell you I've tried the piercing, the daith piercing, the chiropractic, the massage, the yoga, the extremely strict. I did an extremely strict diet program. I've done acupuncture and then of course medication, and none of those things worked for me. And I've tried them for those 13 years.
Yeah, that's so much. And I think everyone's in the same boat. Anyone watching right now, let me know if that sounds like you. It looks like Nina's jumping on. Amazing. Jessica's on. We try so many things, right? I know in my 10 years that I had migraines, I felt the exact same way. I think the only thing I didn't do was Botox. And just because it scared the living daylights out of me, it's like, there's no way. But if it had kept going on, I bet you if it had kept going on after the 10 years, I probably would have hit the point where I said, fine, I'll try it. But who do you think out of all that, gave you most of your advice? Like, do you feel like you got most of your advice from Facebook groups, or you were just searching on your own? Where were you grabbing stuff from?
From my neurologist when I would go, from groups that I would talk to with other women who, what worked for them, kind of thing. From articles I would find, just kind of researching on my own. So yeah, a variety of different ways.
Yeah. I talked to somebody this week who I asked how many hours they thought that they spent researching migraines. And she told me 2 a day.
Wow.
2 hours a day, just so desperate to try to find relief. And I get it. I get it. When you just can't find those answers, you're just going to read and search everything. And she answered this for me, but what made you keep trying? What made you keep trying and searching like that? Because it gets exhausting, right? When every time you search, it's like, oh, well, that didn't work. That didn't work again. Why keep going and searching? Why not just give up?
I think there are some points in time where you feel like you do want to give up because you're in a place of just desperation and just horrible pain. But that's not in my nature. I wanted to continue on, and I was bound and determined that something was wrong with my body, something needed to heal within my body, and medication and other things that are just topical, just to take the pain away, was not going to. I wanted to heal within. And nobody was really listening to me. My doctor wasn't listening to me. And, friends were saying, oh, just take the meds. It's fine. You'll be okay. But I knew that I wasn't living the life that I needed to live, that I wanted to live. And I knew that my body was trying to tell me something. And when you have a migraine, I think your body is telling you something. Hey,
really loud and telling you.
Yeah. So I'm so grateful that I listened to it, that I learned about it, and that I can now have such relief and not be in such a terrible pain situation.
I love that. I love that. So you found us in the Women's Migraine Freedom Group. Obviously, you were searching Facebook, just like almost everybody else here. You found us, you joined, you were hanging out, and then you decided you wanted to jump on a call and chat about how we could support you, and we determined that the best way to do that would be the Freedom from Migraine Method program. Now, I know you did another migraine program, so what made you decide that you were willing to give another program a try when something else didn't work for you?
I read about it on your page, and I felt like it was going to be a different type of program. And I shared those concerns with you in that call, the first meeting that we had, about the first program and where I felt like I failed or where I felt like I couldn't succeed. And I wanted to make sure that this one would be different. And you assured me it was. And it turned out that it definitely was, and that I could succeed. I think the other program was maybe good for other people, but I just felt like once I got off that very strict diet, which was really, really hard to maintain, and it did take away my migraines, but I couldn't succeed after that. It's like falling off the wagon when you're on Weight Watchers or something, right?
Yep.
I couldn't get back on. And then the migraines came back, and it was just it was like a circular kind of motion I was going in, and it was not good. So I just needed some plan that was going to help me succeed.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you said that program could be right for someone, because I definitely think it is. I wish that there were hundreds of people out there doing the same kind of thing that I'm doing, so that we could reduce those numbers of 1 in 4 women that have migraines. And I think it's really important to have people like me doing this in all different ways, so that it does resonate with everyone. Some people need different structure, but I hope and I feel that in the Freedom from Migraine method, we do our best to make sure that this is a program that is sustainable, that is something that is 100% doable for life, and not something that, like you said, is, okay, we did our 4 months of Weight Watchers and now we had a cookie and now we're done. And now we're like, oh my God, we can't go back to that ever again. There are things you have to change. There are things you have to do in the program, but the goal is to change the least amount necessary to get the results you're looking for. And then to slowly start adding things back in once we know you're in a place of healing, which you and I were just talking about before. When we graduate from the program and we start testing things like whether it's alcohol or sugar or staying up later, we start kind of pushing the envelope a little bit to see how far we can get. And you had an experience where you did push it a little far, right? And
I did.
didn't turn out so well.
No, not so good. But I learned from it, and now hoping to apply it to next month, that it'll be a really good month.
Exactly. And this is really the key, right? Because this is still migraine freedom, because you've listened to your body gave you the answer, and now you just need to implement it. And obviously you will, you tested it twice the same reaction happened, and now you know. So I think that's really important to realize that there is a little testing there, and there is a little bit of, okay, let's see if we can do this yet. No, we can't. Okay, we're going to back off. Like I told you, it was probably a good year that I didn't eat chocolate. And I'm a chocoholic, if you can see it sitting behind me, it's kind of covered by a card, but it was a Valentine's gift and it hasn't left the office. It probably should leave the office. So I'm impressed I still have it, being today is the 25th of the month. But anyway, it was a good year that I didn't eat it. But then after a year, now I'm able to do so. I can enjoy the chocolate. If I ate that whole bar at once, I wouldn't get a migraine. Do I plan on doing that? No, but I really could if I decided I wanted to. So everyone can get there is the point. So you went through all these years, you mentioned all these things that you did. How do you feel now about all of the things that you tried that wasted time and that wasted money? How does that make you feel when you look back on that?
I just feel like it was such a shame, because if I had known about, this program before that, oh my gosh, having such pain-free years would have been such a blessing. But I'm glad that I found you when I did. Yes, I wish I had found you many years ago. But, learning so many things about your body and is what you've taught me, and learning what your triggers and programs and all of these things are. That's really was such a key for me. Applying it throughout every single day and going, okay, hold on, Debbie told me this, let me implement this, or okay, right before I get my cycle, okay, I need to do this kind of thing. So that really matters, just with your program. And not only just with the different steps, it was, for me, it was, the being able to de-stress and learning, to.
Yeah, we talk about stress a lot in the program, don't we? Quite a bit.
That's a major component, because, you can bring on, I certainly can bring on a migraine with stress just alone. So that's really important for me to learn. And I think it's just it's a self-care kind of thing. And then we don't do such a great job with caring for ourselves. We care for everyone else. And, it's time to take care of yourself and to really feel good, so that you can give of yourself to other people around you.
I know. And it's so hard to remember that, isn't it? Because we just wake up every morning and we're like, our to-do list is already full of things for everybody else, because we care, because we love everyone else, our kids, our spouses, our family, our friends. And it's just really, it's like, that's just ingrained in us. And it's really hard to remember that oxygen mask on ourselves first. But I think that every single woman that's gone through the program has really been able to make that shift, as you have, to realize that, as you just said, by doing that for yourself, you're actually able to give more and do more and be there more, because lying in bed isn't really being there.
It's not. I mean, when your daughter says, Mom, do you have a migraine today? Oh, I guess we're not going to be able to do anything. It just breaks your heart, because you want to be able to function and you just can't.
Yeah.
You're in that dark room, and you're in a dark place too, mentally. I was definitely in a dark place. So, to get your life back and to have better quality time with your family is priceless, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I so agree. So you mentioned, you kind of hinted around this, that the program is a little different approach, where we really learn how to listen to our body and react to what our body needs. So when you and I first talked, and I mentioned to you, how everything you'd been trying to do was kind of managing migraines and putting a Band-Aid on a solution, and then What we really focus on is root cause approach. Had any doctor or anyone talked to you about that before?
No, no. Not to the, I'll say this, not to the extent of what you talked to it. The previous program, she kind of hinted around with it, but nothing detailed like yours.
Yeah, and I think that's an important key for all of us to remember, because we have to get to that root cause. We can keep talking in this group, about all of the things. Like right now, we have a resource out there that we're sharing with everyone. It's called the Migraines Tool Shop. We're sharing that this week. And I hesitated sharing it because I don't want people to think what I'm sharing is an answer to ending migraines, because it's not. There are a bunch of tools in there that are going to help you manage the pain while you're working on the root cause. Because the only way to get rid of the migraines is to work on the root cause. You can't buy a TENS machine and put it on your back and think that that's going to end the migraines, or buy beautiful essential oils, or get the latest ice hat, and all those things. They're great. And trust me, I spent plenty of money on them. And I'm sure if I looked around, they're probably somewhere still in this house that I haven't gotten rid of. Well, the oils are, because I love essential oils, but I don't need them for my head now. I use them for other things. But, getting to that root is so key. And I think it's something that we all forget about in this group sometimes when we're looking for that quick fix. So, when you mentioned a few times about really honing into your body and what your body's telling you, that's what your body's telling you. And I love the fact that that resonated with you throughout the program. So 13 years ago, we were having 11 to 13, I think that's what you said, migraines a month. Compare now to how you feel now.
It's night and day, night and day. I used to be concerned if I, was going to go someplace in a week or something, thinking, uh-oh, is that about the time? Because I could kind of pinpoint it on the calendar and I would get it. Mine were around my cycle, excuse me. But it was really, it concerned me because I wasn't sure if I could go, and now I have the freedom of, if I feel something come on, I know immediately what to do. I know, my body is telling me something, okay, I need to do something right away and see if I can try and combat it. And it's worked on multiple occasions. It's worked, and it's been like,
you have control.
Freedom.
Yeah, you have the control. That migraine doesn't. It's yours.
It's amazing. And I said to my husband one day, because I had to run down to my dad's, and he's about an hour away, so it took me 2 hours. And in that time frame, I felt, a migraine coming on, and I thought, ooh, this is going to be a true test, because I'm driving. And I did all the things I was supposed to do. And I got back home, and my husband's like, how are you feeling? Because he knew I was just about to get one. And I said, I feel great. He goes, what? Really, I do. And he's like, okay, well, that's a good thing. So, just night and day. Because now I feel like a warrior. I feel like I can do this. I've got the tools in my tool belt, and I can take this on if I by chance get something, which is rare now, but if by chance I get something. But before, I just felt trampled on, like, here it comes again. Oh, I'm so defeated. I can't, what more can I do? I can't do anything else more. Please help.
And so the great thing
is a different mindset.
Absolutely. And the great thing is, the longer that your body gets to heal, the less and less that'll happen. The less and less you'll have to worry about, okay, it's coming on, and fighting it off. It'll just slowly start dissipating. And for each person, that time is different, and for each person, their journey is different. But 11 to 13 to 1 to 2 that you're really controlling, and that they're totally, presenting differently. That just really shows how in tune to your body you are, and how much work you've put into that. So I love it. You actually gave me goosebumps when you said it. Really, I do these calls. I'm going to be honest. I do these calls for myself because I just love hearing the stories because I'm the one who got to talk to you the first time, right? I was the one that was on the call with each and every one of you that go through the program the first time when you are just in so much pain, your faces look so much different. And to be able to jump on a call like, or a live like today and see you living, it's just the best gift ever. So a little selfish. Yes, I'm sharing it with all of you. Yes, we're live, but I could just totally do this for myself and it would be really wonderful. So speaking of that, now that you have this extra time and now that you don't have to waste any more money on migraines, what are you going to do with your time and money instead?
Travel. You know, I love to travel, Deb.
I know you do. I know you do. Where do you want to go?
Fact, that was the what tripped me up at the beginning because I'm like, oh, I need to go here and there. And you're like, now.
It is hard.
Simmer down. You got to heal. Come on. You got to do this. So
exactly.
Yeah. And, you know, at the beginning of the journey, I did trip myself up. It was totally my fault. But now I'm reaping the rewards of, you know, going through it and understanding it better and understanding my body. And now, yes, I can plan more trips and enjoy my family. And yeah.
Nice.
And maybe have more dogs. No, I'm kidding.
Two enough.
My husband's like, that's it.
But at least the barking won't bother you now, right? You don't have to worry about your husband doesn't have to keep the dogs quiet.
Yeah.
And
gosh, yeah. Noises, lights. Yeah.
Because that's the worst when you're lying there with a migraine and all of a sudden like the delivery man goes by and you're like, oh no, please stop. And actually, I shouldn't even say it, knock on wood, he's being so good behind us. Watch by the end of the call, it's UPS for us and it's always up and down the street. And that's usually what he'll wake up for. But I'm so glad you get to travel. And I hope that the world rights itself soon so that travel is not an issue everywhere.
Right.
You know, I think things are at least starting to open up a little bit more and make life easier. Let's just check and see who's on. So we've got Lisa watching and Jenny's on and Chantal's on and Nina and Jessica. Ladies, let me know if you have any questions for Heather. Go ahead and put them in the chat. I'm doing my best to watch both things here. So Heather, any last words of wisdom or any last thing you want to share? Is there anything else you want to share with the ladies in the Women's Migraine Freedom Group?
I would just say, if you are hesitating or on the fence, I would just say, go for it. Do it. You're worth it. Your better quality of life is right around the corner for you. You know, your determination, you might feel downtrodden and just like, I can't do this, but you have it in you. And once you do it, it's just on the other side is just sweet freedom, definitely. And you get your life back and you have nothing to lose but the silly, stupid migraine, right? And it's priceless when you don't have it in your life.
Yeah, I love
that.
Very,
very grateful for this program, for you, for Erin. I don't want to get emotional, but very, very grateful. Very.
Well, we were thrilled to be a part of your journey. We say this all the time, but each and every one of you are so thrilled when you go through and you get your migraine freedom, but at the same point in time, it really stinks because we don't want you to leave. We get really attached. We're like a family in the Freedom from Migraine method. You know, I think there's a group of 40, I want to say 45 or 50 right now. I can't remember exactly, but you know, we worked so closely together for, 4 months time, and we're sharing our experiences and our wins and our struggles and, helping each other through those things. So you really become a close-knit family. So, when each one of you leaves, it's like we're sending, a child like to college. It sucks. But again, we're thrilled. We are thrilled. And we're so happy that we get to watch you now on your Facebook personal page and see all the trips that you go on and getting to the beach. And I sit here being very jealous, watching you be warm as it's snowing outside and
Oh, no.
15 degrees today, but no, we're thrilled. We're thrilled. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really greatly appreciate you sharing your story on a Friday afternoon with all of the wonderful ladies in this group today.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
ladies, if you have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in comments. We're going to wrap up right now, but we'll definitely keep an eye on this. So if you have any questions for Heather, I'm sure she won't mind if you tag her in the video, or anything that I can answer, please feel free to tag me. And remember, as Heather said, you're worth it. You're worth it. Migraines don't need to control you. It is time for you to be the warrior that Heather now is, and take control of your health and get your life back. So here's to your migraine-free day, everyone. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the group. Take care.
Bye.